Hey everybody, this is Adam Arkfeld, and if you have ever gotten a lead on your website while you're traveling or while you're mobile and wanted to call that person right away but not been able to because you didn't see the lead in time, it got buried in your email, or it was just too hard to call them, this is the video for you. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can actually take a form submission on your website and turn that into an immediate call so that you can connect with your leads and prospects right away. Using a system called like CallRail. And CallRail is a system that we're using, all right? So this is a really amazing trick that we're starting to use with a lot of our lead gen clients. And basically what it does is it takes a form submission on your website, and then when that form is submitted, someone's putting in their phone number, that form is submitted, CallRail captures it, and then what CallRail does is it actually calls you and asks you if you want to connect with that person, and you say yes, you click one, and then it'll connect the two of you, and it'll trigger a call immediately. So you could be driving, you could be on a 4-hour drive, never checking your email, and a call would come through like this. So I'm gonna go into it in more detail, but essentially that's the premise of this video. We're gonna talk about how you can get leads really quickly through CallRail and have them connect right to your phone without having to actually check your email, make sure you're monitoring all of that, okay? So here's a view of CallRail. This is the CallRail platform. If you're familiar with CallRail and trying to figure out how to get here, in the upper left, this is the activity section. Typically, you're in call logs. I went down here to form submissions, which is not actually enabled, okay? And then you also have the option to get here, going up here to settings. They have a form submissions integration on the left, and I think there's also a form submissions button to click in your integrations. Actually, maybe not, but either way, it's on the left in one of these two sections. It's here, and then it's also on settings. All right, so when you click it, you're gonna see this screen. It says all your forms in one place. Form tracking helps you stay organized on top of every form submitted to your website. And I'm gonna hit activate form tracking. All right, so this is what it looks like when you enable form tracking. And as you can see here, there's quite a bit of information. It says never miss a form again, track all your form submissions, get phone, text, email, organize form submissions. Now what's happening is you've already put the CallRail script on your website. You don't actually need to link up the forms on your website with CallRail. Because the CallRail script is on there, it's actually looking for the form fields, and then when the form is submitted, CallRail is capturing that, and it's triggering the form submission. It's sending it through to CallRail so that you are able to track your forms in the CallRail interface, and then there are a couple of additional options. So if you're going to be running form tracking on CallRail, you actually don't need to add any scripts. You don't need to change anything on your website, which is really cool. It makes it really simple and convenient to enable the form tracking. The very first section here talks about capturing the form submissions. So for Paracore, we capture form submissions on all the pages. However, you can also exclude certain pages if you have like a newsletter download that you really don't want tracked or something, or you don't really want all those notifications to be coming through. You have only the following pages. If there are certain pages, you can add page, blah, blah, blah. I'll just do all pages. And then you can also prevent certain fields from coming through. In the case of our website, we have a lot of different fields in our form that we exclude just because we don't really want them coming through, and we just ignore them. There's not too much there. That's basically the pages. And then when a form is submitted, you can be notified a number of different ways. And this is the part that's really cool. Get a phone call every time a customer fills out a form on your website. So if I do this, then I actually will get a call. The CallRail system will call my cell phone number if I put it in there. What'll happen is a voice will come on and it'll say new form submission from your website, and it'll say press 1 if you want to listen to the form fields, press 2 if you want to connect to the caller, if you want to listen to the details. So I click 1, and then an automated voice transcribes and reads what's in the form. So it'll say the name, the email, the phone number, the notes if there are any, and then it'll go back and it'll say click 1 to hear them again, or click 2 to actually connect to the lead. And then you can connect 2, and then it'll actually just call the lead and connect to you right away. So you could literally be doing all this while you're driving. We're in Arizona, so we are allowed to talk on our cell phones while we're driving. You can do it while you're driving, while you're walking, and you don't ever have to check your email and really stay on top of it. It just connects you right away. So that's what this section right here does. The number that the customer sees, they can either see your number, or they can see the tracking number or an outbound caller ID if you set one up. So you get to choose that. And that is really, really powerful. So in the tour and activity space, where people are filling out forms on your website or on landing pages or lead gen pages, you want to connect with those people right away because they're looking for a tour to book. So by putting the correct destination number in here, when they fill out the form, they think that they're just submitting a form inquiry, and they're just going to be shocked when they get a call, within 5 minutes, because the form came through to your cell phone or your team's phone lines, and then they call them right away. So that is really, really cool. It works amazingly well in the tour industry. You can also get a text message every time someone fills out a form on the website. So just text you all the details. So same sort of thing, but just not quite as robust. All the information will come through. You can call them right from your phone. So that's amazing. And then you can also filter this out so only the phone and text notifications come through during following hours. So you can say any day, all day. You can add a time. You can say weekdays, weekends, Monday through Sunday. And so you can really just kind of customize this, any way you want, between certain hours, all day, blah, blah, blah. So that's really cool. So, if it's like you have business hours and you want to be called during business hours, but not at night when you're at home with your family, you can set this up to be during the weekdays between a certain time. For tour and activity operators, it's a lot better to have this running, maybe on a Saturday or on the weekends when people are actually looking. Finally, the last thing with the form submissions is you can get an email when a customer fills out a form, which is really, basic. You're just adding an email address, and then when the form is submitted, it goes right to your email. So you do need to set up some sort of notification unless you're in CallRail a lot, which most people probably aren't. But anyways, it's a really amazing feature. This phone call one is super cool. The text message one is cool. These other ones are a little bit more standard. But if you're looking to connect with leads on the fly, right away, right when they are looking for you, this is a great way to do that. All right, I'm Adam Arkfeld. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, please comment. I hope you'll like the video and subscribe. And as usual, please reach out if you have any questions. And thank you for watching.